Welcome to my channel Exploring Metamedica. Hope you have liked the earlier videos. If you like, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell so that you will receive further videos. In this video of Cochlea indicus, we will know two cases treated by this remedy and how causation is important in treating a case. So here is the first case. A patient aged 32 years came on 18/1/2021 with vertigo which was there from the last 1 month, which is aggravated by sitting. Palpitation, he had palpitation, it was aggravated by exertion, and he had a peculiar sensation of hollowness in the abdomen and the head. And in the past, he was operated for renal polyp 11 years back, and tonsillectomy was done 8 years back. For his vertigo, he had taken allopathic treatment, but it did not give much relief. Even with the allopathic medicines, his vertigo persisted. And when he consulted the physician, he was found hypertensive. So he was given antihypertensive drugs and also clonazepam for improving his sleep and also vertigo. And all these complaints, so whatever vertigo it started after his father suddenly became sick, for which he took care of his father without proper sleep. So he was having a lot of anxiety about his father and he could not sleep during when he was taking care of his father. And when I checked the BP, the PP was 160 by 100 even with the antihypertensive medicines. So now if you go to Metramedica, we find that ailments from loss of sleep with mental excitement and night watching, we are having Cochlea indicus. And this patient was given Cochlea indicus 1M. And when he came for follow-up on 26/1/2021, his vertigo had considerably reduced and there was no abdominal or head hollowness. And BP when I checked, it was 130 by 90 mm of Hg and I gave him placebo. So here, my dear friends, the causation in Cochlea indicus is that when somebody takes care of a close relative like father, mother with anxiety, vexation, and loss of sleep, and if they develop symptoms like vertigo or nausea, vomiting, or any abdominal complaints, even paralytic symptoms, Cochlea indicus is the remedy that has to be thought about. He came for follow-up on 3rd February 2021 and there was no vertigo, no abdominal head hollowness, and his BP was 130 by 90. So he was stopped with all the medicines, no hypertensive, no drugs for vertigo, and he was absolutely fine. So now let us go to another case. A woman aged 40 years came on 28/9/2020 with vomiting in the last 1 week, for which she had taken allopathic medicines like domperidone and ondansetron without any relief. Her vomiting got only temporary relief, but again it started, and she also had slight vertigo with it. And all these complaints started after she had sleepless nights in taking care of her sick father. So now again if we consider the same causation, ailments from loss of sleep, mental excitement and night watching as we find in Allen's keynote and even other Metramedicas, the remedy that we get in our mind is Cochlea indicus. So she was given Cochlea indicus 1M one dose with which again she came on 30/9/2020 and there was absolutely no vomiting. She was given placebo and she was absolutely fine with the symptoms. So now let us try to know a little more Cochlea indicus in detail from Kent's Metramedica. So where he says that Cochlea slows down all the activities of the body and mind, producing a sort of paralytic weakness. And all this starts after, for example, a wife nursing her husband, a daughter nursing her father, become worn out by the anxiety, worry and loss of sleep. So this work is done even by a nurse. A nurse takes care of so many patients, not one patient, but she is doing a job and she is not having the anxiety or the worry that the relatives are having. The closed ones are having all these features, that the anxiety, vexation, worry, because of which, and also loss of sleep to which they are not acquainted, and then they become worn out and they develop the weakness and other symptoms in Cochlea. So Cochlea is a remedy not to be thought about only for loss of sleep. It needs a combination of vexation, anxiety and prolonged loss of sleep, which we usually find when mother or daughter who is nursing or a wife nursing her husband through typhoid or other long spells of sickness. So at the end of all this, she becomes prostrated in body and mind. She cannot sleep. She has congestive headaches, nausea, vomiting, and vertigo. That shows how a cocculus case begins. The other very important feature of cocculus is that the cocculus patient cannot endure motion. They are aggravated by talking, by motion, by the motion of the eyes, by riding. So cocculus is having traveling sickness, nausea and vomiting from riding in carriage, boat or railroad car, or even looking at a boat in motion, sea sickness, car sickness. So this is a remedy that you'll have to think about, especially in case of traveling sickness. Cocculus indicus is having fear of death, feels as if something awful is going to happen, and this has resulted from grief, anxiety, vexation, and prolonged loss of sleep. In women, the menses come too soon, are copious and prolonged, and this is in women who are prostrated from grief, from anxiety, and from prolonged loss of sleep. And in people who have developed sleeplessness from long nursing and from night watching, and anxious, frightful dreams, which are ill effects from loss of sleep and night watching. So, my dear friends, cocculus indicus is a remedy to be thought about in case of nausea, vomiting, vertigo, sleeplessness, and too early and too copious menses. And when these all are resulting from anxiety, vexation, and loss of sleep. Just loss of sleep is not enough for considering cocculus indicus. So, such conditions will lead to the symptoms of cocculus indicus. So hope you have liked the video. If you like the video, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell so that you will receive further videos. Thank you. Thank you once again.